I don't really have anything for this one. All right, so got a guide here for you for Magny-Cours in the BMW LMDh. We got ourselves a 126 840. I think people are probably doing 24s, maybe some 23s. I don't know. I haven't yet done any races. I did some Daytona races, and normally this day would be one where we put up a race, but my races did not go well, so I'm not gonna bore you with a really bad race from me. Somebody asked to put up I was gonna do this for next week, but somebody asked for it sooner because IMSA is running it, Magny-Cours this week, and next week EASS is there, just the opposite of how Daytona is going. So we're getting this up and out. It's the new track, and it's taken me a while to learn these. Like I said, I think probably 2-3 seconds behind everybody here. I'd like to have gotten a little bit closer, but just hit a wall while I was doing the practice for this. I do these on Sundays. It's Wednesday night tonight, and I don't have as much time to kind of dedicate to trying to get my times down, but overall I'm pretty happy with it, and I have rambled on long enough. Let's show you the lap, and then we'll talk about how we did it.
That lap time was 127.8, 2/10 off your best in sector 3. Sector 2 was 1/10 off your best. Time was 126.8.
All right, Magny-Cours BMW hybrid LMDh. We got ourselves a 126 840, and we're gonna go through how we ended up doing that here. Decent exit through this, I think, is pretty important, kind of to the lap. We'll go through it a little bit more on the way out, but we just want to kind of clip each of these curbs here. I think it was the best on this one, but it wasn't the worst. So but yeah, full throttle as we start. I'll go through that last chicane on the end of the lap here, but this is just flat out. We do want to kind of go a little wide here, just to kind of give ourselves a bit more on that curb. And then here is our braking point. This curb here is kind of what I use for my braking point. Coming through the first turn here, we're gonna bleed off some speed, and then one of the things that's kind of important here is not to get. My brain wants to get back on the throttle way sooner than you should. So just kind of coast a bit until you start coming up to this green here, and I think I even got on the throttle a little sooner than I should, just because I had to kind of hesitate a little bit to get on full throttle, but that's kind of what you want to do there. If you go down it sooner, even if you're holding partial throttle, you're not getting as much acceleration time under acceleration as you can otherwise. So that's important to to do that coast there. It's kind of the same kind of idea as you do turn 1 at Lime Rock. So yeah, just coast until you kind of get up to here, and then full throttle it. Sorry, I got a little eye goober. Then yeah, just full throttle through here. My braking point is this white line. What's that one? Yeah, this white line before the 100 marker is where I start to brake. A little bit before that, but we're gonna be pretty heavy on the brakes and then start bleeding off. Not all that quickly, but you just want to hold the peak for a short amount of time, and then come off, and then you can hold a little bit more, just to kind of bleed more speed, because we're going fast when we come up to here. And we're going to turn in, and I kind of try and view this the same way as the hairpin at Hockenheim, where we're trying to get back onto power and be moving as soon as we can, really. We're going to get up back on the power, try and get full power, because we're kicking in the traction control. Being straight there really helped out. The wheel being straight really helped out as far as like minimizing the amount that the traction control kind of slowed us down there. And we're going to full throttle up here. We're going to kind of come off to the left here and lift a bit to kind of set up this next section here. It's easy to get a slowdown in this next section, so just be aware of that. But yeah, we're just going to lift a little bit and then kind of back on the throttle. And this is where you can easily get a slowdown. If you're, this is kind of, I would say, probably about as far over as you can get there. Same thing on the exit here, but we're getting back on the throttle. You want to keep your tires on the inside of the white line there. But let's go back to the cockpit. So yeah, we're lifting. And then back to the full throttle, and pretty quickly back on the brakes. I had been using the end of the candy stripe here, but I pushed it back a ways, and that seemed to help out quite a bit with setting up this next corner here. But we're just gonna trail brake through here, kind of keep the low pressure so we get the grip on the front tires as we're coming through. And then as we come around, we're going to lift off the brakes and get on the gas and kind of slowly feed it in. Again, this is one of those areas where we can kick in the traction control. It's really kind of a pain. See, it just activated there. But we're kind of coming out slow-ish. You can see at full speed, how we're coming on the gas in the full speed replay that was before this in the video. But yeah, then we're full throttle through here. This section gives me problems. This is probably one of the biggest areas I think I can pick up some speed. I'm showing you how I do it, but I'm sure there's a better way. We're going to brake a bit before this white line here. And then kind of bring on the gas at this curb, this first curb. And then just a dab on the brakes to get the bite to turn in, and then back on the throttle as we get that turn in going. And then we are going to be braking with the curb a little bit into the curb here. And then we're going to kill, like, we're going fast, so we got to kill a fair amount of speed because this is a pretty sharp corner. Turning through, just trail brake. And kind of want to stay a little wider just to keep the radius going. Back on the throttle a little bit, and I kind of short shift here because I found that if I don't, the traction control again kicks in and kicks my butt. Actually, wasn't. I guess mentally I'm trying to do the short shift. It isn't all that much a short shift. But, halfway between these two markers is the next braking point here. And again, we want to get slowed down quite a bit because we're going quick again. And then we want to turn in so that we can get our apex on this corner. and just trail braking off, keeping a little bit of pressure, then back on the gas, feeding it in, and we want to come out wide here so we can get a good angle through these curbs here, which are kind of a pain in the butt, but we just kind of clip them a little bit, and then back on the throttle slowly. And there we have it. We got our 126/840. Let's go to the outside camera as we're kind of coming through here. There's a little bit on the throttle there. Chase. So I found you can kind of take them a little bit. Usually, I would have liked to have clipped this one just a little bit more angled to come this way a little bit, and just rubbed the outside edge of my tires on this curb here, but we didn't end up doing that here, but we did okay. Anyhow, yeah, that's 126/840 at Magny-Cours. So yeah, like I said, pretty happy with the time. Hopefully, I think probably during the races I'd probably be hitting 27s, 28s. I don't know. We'll see what kind of times I can keep up during the races. I'm always faster doing these because I set aside like however many hours to practice, and it gets quicker over time. And then when it comes to race day, I've not warmed up that much, so we'll see how it goes. Probably try and get at least one race in both an IMSA and ESS on this track this week and next week, just to kind of get some points on the board. But yeah, it's a fun track. It's got some really hard parts that I'm kind of working on. So if you like the video, if you like the track guides, hit the subscribe button. It sure does help a lot. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. I get that too. And head on over to twitch.tv/thepiltdownman if you want to watch along with us live. We'll see you next time. Bye.